Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, but
42?
like, why though? Also,
Oh.
54.
54.
Well, I guess that'll make do. All
I mean, if you're
right.
looking for an answer, you could always try 42.
No, nothing gives me answers that I quite find satisfactory, except voice acting. Comcast sponsored Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy.
Comcast?
No, not Comcast.
Capcomcast.
I've specifically decided not to live in a place where my only option is Comcast.
Good.
Speaking of digital rights, it's Lania.
Hi, I am here for your digital wrongs. I'm Lani Ikea. I am here on Mondays doing this thing, and on Saturdays doing Nightingale. I am also on my own stream at points of time. Yeah, that's what I got for you. Look, I am really tired.
I really tired. I'm Dad.
Hi, Dad.
They love my dad jokes. It's Oni Heart.
I'm not gonna comment on that one. Yeah, it's me. I've kind of been like MIA because I've been busy doing stuff, but I am working on 2 models at the same time now, so that's great. No, it's not. I'm dying. Eventually I'm gonna stream something, either art or Tekken, or Persona 3 Reload, so I can finally finish it.
Yeet. Old enough to be your dad, but definitely isn't paying the child support. It's little Sharky.
Bruh, I wrote those dad jokes. Are you, like, not even aware? Hey, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I do a bad Keanu Reeves impression. We're gonna have some fun. Who's next?
Not maidenless. It's Shy.
That's very, very true. Hi, I am Shy.
That makes me the maiden.
I am an integral. I play video games. Stuff like Final Fantasy XIV, where I'm trying to do pretty much everything. Stardew Valley, which I'm definitely loving update 1.6 of. We're also apparently getting a small skosh more content when 1.64 comes out. So definitely looking forward to that. And I need to get another project or something underway. Because I'm pretty sure people are tired of hearing me flog Battle Chef because I've been done with that for about the last who knows how many months or years at this point. You can always catch me here on Monday nights with voice acting. You can catch me with Alon when she streams. And occasionally, very occasionally, you can catch me when I go live. So yeah, definitely looking forward to everything I've got coming.
They call him Grandpa. It's Chris Aries.
Hey, I'm Chris Reese, the Great Group Blitz on Final Fantasy XIV. Here on Mondays for voice acting and Saturdays for Nightingale. Hopefully not another multiverse theory Nightingale, because that was horrifying.
What do you mean?
They're working
Third
on
dimension Chris Aries.
But yeah, that's about it.
it. They
I'm
said
so
they
excited.
were working on it.
They did, and I'm glad for that. I'm glad that despite all the stupid idiots on Reddit, they said they were working on it.
Huzzah. That's okay. Reading is a lost art. Ugh. Now, exactly where were we?
Okay. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I would like to hear from Fraulein Detective again.
Wait, let me hear Lemonar's testimony one last time?
So, am I still the judge on this one? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fine. But the cross examination is already over. Until such a time as a need arises. This witness may GTFO.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Hmm. At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Herr Forehead?
I hope I didn't just miss my only chance.
Fraulein Detective, how far had we gotten till we were so rudely interrupted?
Me?
I dislike saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
If you would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latusse's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Ah, yes. There was only one door in the room. And a witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, see? Kinda limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time. Have you seen this beard?
You sure would. Not that you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for a killer is the defendant.
Except. Wait.
A virtuoso performance. I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case. Though, reading the report, something caught my closed eyes.
Oh? What's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again?
That's right, Apollo! Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre!
She is right. Why did Mr. Latusse's body disappear from the room? And end up on top of that stage tower? Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation, Herr Judge.
Thanks. It was really kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job for 1,000 years, you notice stuff.
Judge sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Fraulein Detective. Perhaps you can tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to the killer?
I want to throw Trucy off of a tall building.
The missing body.
I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamiro's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Lamirar's song?
Yes, the guitar serenade. You noticed its code too, did you not?
It's code?
All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song. First, the keys my heart held on to so tightly were stolen.
Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latusse's life was taken by a bullet.
The rest hardly needs explanation. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit, I'd forgotten about the song. There it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, I was the one who first noticed that.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting to songs. But killing?
It's a wild world out there, Judge.
Very well. We've heard one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. Cross-examination.
I'm not sure I'm going to be doing much singing.
I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamiro's song.
Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all this?
Want my scientific opinion? No clue.
Sick motive, no clue.
But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason.
A deep reason?
Not only did he steal my keys, he torched my guitar.
Do you have any proof of that?
No.
Objection?
Overruled.
Unforgivable acts, even if he had no reason. Or worse, if he even had none.
Eva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this done just to win.
Fraulein Detective, I take offense at that.
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say?
Yes, this crime was planned for sure. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. And Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
But you can't say that for sure.
Please, none of those non-scientific objections. They're bad for my complexion.
Oh, and all the chocolate is? What's so scientific about a murder to lyrics?
Lyrics can be explained scientifically. Never underestimate the power of science.
Put that bottle of fingerprinting powder down before you hurt someone. Like me. Alright then, explain it, scientifically.
I require more data.
likely story.
It doesn't look so good, does it, Apollo?
No, it doesn't.
What do we do?
Arson?
Have you tried turning yourself off and then on again?
Well, first, we don't panic. Even though Machi's case is leaking water by the gallon, Gavin's on a roll, and it's up to me to stop him. Okay, well, what do you mean by his signature?
Bullet holes in the wall, of course.
The bullet holes?
The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what, exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Oh, you don't want to see actual gun violence statistics.
Difficult to miss, you'd say.
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim.
No, you can't be serious.
He couldn't see. That's why he missed? How did he hit?
The only explanation that makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
That reminds me. The monitor in the room was blaring at the time, yeah? Hardly ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter.
My shooter a crackhead. He looked like Woody Harrelson.
I got that reference. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice, what do I do now? I raise an objection. Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall, but that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see.
Oh, how so?
Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver.
Yeah, guns don't kill people. Bullets do.
Guns just make bullets go really, really fast.
Fucking brilliant.
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate their shoulder.
It's literally a 44. You know what? Never mind. Exactly! The defendant, Machi Tobaye, is, as you can see, tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
Apollo? We're supposed to be defending him, aren't we?
Listen,
Did we miss a line somewhere?
take that, smug prosecution.
Apollo?
Yeah?
The bit about Maki being tiny? And the gun throwing off his aim? You kinda... did it.
Oh. No.
It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point.
Oh, fuck you. Damn, I really sucked my own dick this time.
Graps.
Let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testament.
Right. From the state of the crime scene, I can conclude the shooter was blind.
You've fallen for my trap card. The prosecution holds that the shooter couldn't see.
A scientific conclusion based upon a thorough examination of the crime scene. Yes.
Apparently not thorough enough. I have a certain piece of evidence that completely overturns your claim.
What?
Yeah, eat shit.
I have. They're called Cocoa Puffs.
This is that evidence.
The photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press it. Yes, Your Honor. The crime scene. There's something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point.
Then perhaps you'd best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it up to good use, yeah?
Yeah, bend over.
Whoa. I don't think so.
Very well. Show us what you're talking about, Mr. Johnson.
Blind person couldn't see that their name's getting written. Idiots. The contradiction is right here.
Your stains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really is blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. Much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
It's almost as if he wrote something.
I get it. At least I think I get it.
Get what, Fraulein?
When Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name?
Oh man. This is like that one case in Danganronpa.
And what would he write in but his own blood? Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion.
I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Yeah, do you prefer it not rubbed out?
You're the one who keeps talking about my age, Apollo. Do you really want me answering that question?
Children don't belong in the courtroom!
Of course, we're going to change the line of discussion right now. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name right there.
Neither would I.
Ellipses.
No one has anything else to say?
About What?
So the prosecution accepts this? I'm sorry, this is just very... no one's saying anything, and it's very awkward. You agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What's your point?
What's my... Do I really have to spell this out for you? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was. Wait,
Once he saw what it was?
Or what did you just testify about the shooter?
they said they were blind.
Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Machi Tobae, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter.
I'm possible.
That bitch wearing capris?
Order! Prosecutor Gavin. Nani the hell, brah? I mean, look at this photograph. It seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet, up until now...
It seems I owe the court an apology. The Gaviners are a band with law enforcement ties, yet a murder occurred. During our concert! Apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction.
1 second.
As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely manner.
Motherfucker.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, hello? Look at him.
Look at this horse's ass.
Why
Every
is,
time I look, it makes me laugh.
is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't and he's about to tell us?
I don't know.
I've got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents. But before that, I have a question for the Fräulein detective,
No, I am not listening to one of your songs.
if I may.
But what?
Tell me, why do you think that Maki Tobae is blind?
Huh?
Saw this coming.
What did he say?
Ha ha ha. But
What are you saying? Of course he's blind.
Of course.
He's a blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't the mirror lead him around by the hand all the time?
No way.
I have a report here on the defendant, Maki Tobae. According to this, Maki Tobae can see perfectly well.
What?
His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well.
Let's take a moment to appreciate the fact that he was totally cool with never admitting this into evidence until the blindness was a bullet in the side of his case.
Prosecutor Gavin, this is
never gonna bring it up.
This is literally grounds for a mistrial.
What did I say exactly? Air forehead. Not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. The only one who do that was Fraulein Detective here.
But that's...
A significant fact, yes. Consider Maki Tobai sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problem with this.
What about the bullet holes in the wall?
Yeah, the bullet holes. I believe Air Forehead neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was a kickback from the .45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. How's that? I'm afraid your objection has just flown off for brighter skies. This is where the real fun begins, Air Forehead.
Yarg! Apparently I'm a pirate now.
Yarg.
I knew you didn't have what it took.
Jerk. Just what was I in here for? Comic relief?
I mean, you are kind
That's
of a
right.
clown.
Jerk this,
Yeah.
Prince Crab.
Apologize.
Nope. Nope.
Nope, it's not an apology.
That's right.
Oh no, he's angered the Trucy. Look out!
Ahem. If we can please get back to the bickering now.
For leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
No, wait, stop.
No, wait, choose life. But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Oh, don't say that.
Aha!
What?
Bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yeah.
We might be able to find out what was really written here.
Really? You can do that?
That's right, with this.
The power of friendship. Wait,
The
Emma-
power of spray bottle.
Emma, that's a bottle of Febreze that you spray on yourself because you don't shower. And you smell like cat pee. Are you okay? Are things okay at home?
It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood.
Ah, yes. Have we done those tests yet?
As if I'm going to tell you.
The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now.
Hey, for an Apollo?
Huh? I have to... What exactly do you do?
Sit here comfortably, eat snackoos and leftover bunny rabbits.
oddly specific, but kind of impressive.
You just have to spray this chemical on it. Simple.
A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. Have at it.
Right. Ready? It's easy as pie.
Are we just doing this in the middle of a fucking courtroom?
Yep.
Just press A to spray an area. Press B to get high. Here, give it a try.
And then I press B. And then I press B. And then I press B.
Hello? Your hand is shaking.
Alright, let's do this. Wow! It really works!
This must be the power of science!
It says IPXX314206. Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. The killer was a robot.
I have it.
So what is it?
I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number.
Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency?
No, the band.
Yes. Most are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number?
Well, why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that?
Good show, Fraulein Detective. Rock on. Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to the witness stand. Darian, you heard what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No, 27. I'm not sure what to think of all this. That shark can teleport. And the prosecution's case is airtight. Yet if this number really is that of an Interpol agent,
Oh, wait, I know. What if Maki Tobai is really an undercover Interpol agent?
That would be a possibility.
possibility, yes.
It
I would
is.
mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know.
Well, we have some time while we await Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Maki Tobae.
What are you talking about?
Fraulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see, just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you.
Wow.
You had me until that last bit. Eat my entire scientific butt.
Does that not raise a rather straightforward question?
Well, sure. Why did Maki pretend he couldn't see?
Exactly. It makes little sense. What do you think, Forehead?
Me?
Maki Tobai pretended he was blind. Do you know why?
Are you asking me to build your case for you?
Yes.
How could he know?
Wait. Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he?
He's on from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time, that prick.
Something wrong? Do you think, perhaps, this is all some kind of game?
You're pretty good.
Know that the moment I heard their report, I knew why.
I suppose people have sold over 1 million records. Really are something else.
What does this have to do with anything?
There was a reason why Maki Tobai pretended to be blind.
Blowjobs?
Not quite. Close.
Don't lie. I've seen some wild shit for that Gluck Gluck Sucky McTwist.
Thanks, Capcom.
It wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now?
It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Maki had no reason to pretend he couldn't see. Which means, no, it couldn't be.
Good show, Forehead. It seems you've thought of something.
Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I hate having to take my cues from this guy. Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see. He said picture one too many times.
That's Lamoire?
Lamirar and Maki Tobaye. Recall their relationship. In particular, their unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country.
Lemure and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by the hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. She would walk all the way over there with him.
That's right, because he was blind. She led him at all times, never letting him go.
All times.
Yet, we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Maki could see. Why did they have to keep up the act the whole time?
Well, was it part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Maki didn't need to be led by the hand at all. That can only mean one thing.
Really?
Really. It was all the other way around. One who needed to be led by the hand was Lamirar.
What's this? So you mean to say that Lamoire she's,
That's right, a pedophile.
Ew. Try again. Order! Prosecutor Gavin! Nani?
Is it now?
Shed some sanity on this madness. The defense has made an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I see it is not vast in vain. This time, at least. He's quite correct.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Isn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something?
Well, since we have her here, why not ask Lemoire herself? I believe she still is in the witness waiting room.
Hello. What does this mean for our case?
That boy needs therapy. Don't ask me. I had no idea she couldn't see. I hadn't even imagined it until now, really.
Bailiff, bring in Lamoire.
Alright, I need like 3 minutes.
Break time?
Stretch and get water, y'all.
Bet.
Oh, the sleep is grabbing me.
Alright, everybody good?
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay, Sharky's still muted, so I guess Sharky didn't make it back.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, cool. As we were.
I got ice cream.
Lemoire. It pains me deeply to call you before us again in this way. And yet I must.
Please do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes! She really can't see? Like, really?
is true. How funny is it that a tiny lie born in the Borgian countryside would one day grow to entangle the entire world?
So you are.
Yes, as I mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became number one. Know too that my memories begin in darkness.
Ah, yes, Apollo.
The word light has no meaning for Lambemoir.
Darkness imprisoning me? All that I see.
You may recall me saying something towards the beginning of this trial, Ed.
What's that?
I believe I said it was unfortunate that crime had no direct witnesses.
Hey, you know, that's like fucking withholding evidence, by the way.
Which is new to him?
Now, Lemoire, I must ask you to stand once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes?
Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Literally everything you've said this trial has been a lie.
Hooray.
Please tell us more lies. Though I admit, I'm a little lost.
I think we're all a bit lost here, Your Honor.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see.
Don't work too hard, brother.
Everyone else on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize, it was part of my contract, you see. I was to keep my blindness secret, no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would.
She told us the truth at the beginning. When she said she saw nothing.
Very well. Does the defense have anything to add?
I'd like to cross-examine.
But so ask.
There's only one thing in her testimony that bothered me.
Perhaps it is best we let you get it out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Very well. Defense may proceed.
That was fucking rude.
Quite. Be aware this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. Well, there's only one part that bothered me. Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in a world of darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So silly as it might sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
When you say your staff, do you include Mr. Latouche?
Of course, he was my manager.
So he knew. And that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice.
I believe I know what is bothering you, our young defense attorney. You're thinking of when you discovered the body, yes?
Is he right, Apollo?
Yes, I was. He's alive! Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? I know we've done this bit 6 times, but why not 7?
No, I can't. Speak louder.
Oh, you're cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help's on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is Siren.
Mr. Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind.
I don't know.
What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself.
Meaning what?
There is no mystery here if you recall everything he said. Think of his last words once more.
The witness. Siren? We've heard them many times, along with little play acting by our defense.
I remember them well myself, but that statement is not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that.
Before? What came before? Oh, shit.
That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said, can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the witness.
I see.
She
Wait.
doesn't.
Too bad the defense did not. Well, there, forehead. Try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
I'm blind. I get to make that joke.
I'm blind, not deaf.
Recall Lemoire's earlier testimony.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
But you couldn't have heard those gunshots. Thought we proved that.
That is not the most important point here.
Hmm?
The moment he was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through that window. Why else would he have named her as the witness?
Ah.
But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots and the man's voice.
Unfortunately, such a thing was impossible. The window was closed. We've already run a simulation, of course.
But it was so clear. If I heard the voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Your Honor!
What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here?
We have the results back from the investigation.
Investigation?
Ah, the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Ah. Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterwards. Detective Crescent, your report, please. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing.
Quick work as always, Darian.
Well, tell us about the number. Is the defendant a secret agent? IPXX314206. Was Romain Latouche.
What?
Our undercover Interpol agent was Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation.
So when he wrote those letters,
He was trying to tell us his own identity. And a cautious killer tried to wipe them away.
Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent?
Sure, why not?
So, him being Lemoire's manager...
it was just a cover, most likely.
There's one other important detail I found.
Well, out with it.
Concerns the .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms, because this is not America. And the registration number on the revolver matched.
So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who wasn't an Interpol agent with such a large revolver.
So the victim was an Interpol agent and an undercover op? I wonder how that ties into everything.
It's gotta tie in somehow, you'd think.
Yeah, somehow.
Thanks for looking into this, Detective Crescent. It's a great help. No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Wait,
Lemoire, something the matter?
that voice just now.
Oh shit.
Darian?
Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
You aren't saying...
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darien.
Is this some kind of joke?
What? No fucking way.
No way.
Courtroom fell into such a chaotic state, the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I'd never seen that happen before. I mean, of course, it's not every day that you get an accusation like that one. Lamirar fingering Darian Crescent right in the middle of the courtroom? Damn, that's kind of hot. Could it really have been his voice Lamirar heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I wasn't sure I could keep up with it.
Hey, no wimping out now, Apollo!
What a twist!
July 9th, 2:12 p.m. Write Anything Agency.
Hey, Apollo!
What?
Well, you know, actually, nothing. I mean something, or maybe not.
Out with it, Trucy. The suspense is giving me an ulcer.
Well, you know, the trial today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it?
Shit. I would give it shit. Score? Gee. I guess I would, maybe, well, I'm just as bad as you.
See, it's so vague.
Clearly. Maki avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. Though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. But because he's not guilty, we're done. Right?
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX 314206. Romaine lettuce.
And the victim, Mr. Latouche. Who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. We don't have any idea what he was investigating either.
Well, true, but we know who shot him now.
Allegedly.
Memoir told the whole court.
Wait. That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darien.
It's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries.
Yeah? Is that why you don't know who your dad is?
Dad is Phoenix right?
Uh-huh. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around.
Did he say he was going to get milk?
Yeah, and cigarettes.
He went out for smokes.
Well, good luck with that. I'm gonna go now. What, is he some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at will?
I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot.
Some top secret mission, he says.
I don't believe that. Not what you're telling me, but what he's telling you.
Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you, so we'll be fine.
Fine. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate.
That's the spirit, Apollo!
Lamir Hart dropped a bomb in court today. It was Darien.
I said she'd never forgotten her voice, right? That's so cool.
I guess.
What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called.
Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time.
Wrong? Why?
I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert.
That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time.
Right. Well, did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darien, even?
You bet I did.
Okay, and you don't see the problem with that statement?
Nope. He is one of the governor's guitarists, after all. He's so cool. Oh.
Right. All the governors have a rock-solid alibi. You couldn't have shot Mr. Latouche backstage.
But Namara heard him, didn't she? She heard Darien backstage, right?
Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here.
Kind of be a shame if he missed his cue on stage.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Latouche, an Interpol agent, huh?
I was wondering. Who's Interpol anyway?
Huh? Interpol? International Police. They're the guys who catch international criminals.
Why can't they just call them International Police instead of making up some silly name?
Because it's kind of like a backronym, but like condensed. Well, not condensed. Yeah. Anyway, you think he was investigating La Miroir?
What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be.
Don't be fooled by appearances, is all I'm saying.
But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a palmed coin at 50 paces.
Was that part of your ADOS testing?
Yes.
If you get that joke, you know. Otherwise, I'm not explaining it. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something.
I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. That something being our case. The last something, I mean.
Something like that. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latouche up to?
Who do we think it is?
Governor?
I think it's the prosecutor.
Whoever wants it, I guess.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey, Trucy, was that another one of your weird tricks?
It wasn't me! I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that.
Whenever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grimoire! Grammy.
Hey, weren't you the dickhead that was behind stage?
You betcha.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
You were trespassing near an active crime scene.
Gruyere. There you go.
I'm calling the police.
Gruyere?
Gruyere
Like the
sounds
cheese?
really nice.
No.
Grand Marnier.
Hey, the other day.
Hello?
I'm Batman.
We didn't just imagine that, did we?
He was wearing a silk hat. Is he a friend of yours?
Hardly. That Haster-looking fuck.
We meet again.
What are you, some kind of B-grade Yu-Gi-Oh villain?
I mean, this entire case is B-grade Yu-Gi-Oh, so let's go.
Nice to meet you. Who?
Nice to know you. Goodbye.
Incubus is underrated, and I think Science is a better album than anyone thinks it is. Anyway,
The power of science.
who are you? And could you please stop fucking staring at me like that? It's weird.
It's Uncle Valon.
Oh, good. You know this fucking lunatic. Great. Uncle, he's your uncle?
Uncle Father is here.
Oh, silly. It's the great Grimaire, Valant Grimaire, the Grand Magician.
This is not helping me. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to try harder, Tracy.
Yeah, that. Oh, of course. How could I have forgotten?
Yes, it is I, the great Valant Grimaire, as seen on television.
What, like the Fushigi ball?
Hell yeah.
Those were such a ripoff.
Just like me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do kind of look tacky. What's up with that fucking haircut? Could you please stop staring at me like that? Make my butthole clench.
It's been a while, Miss Trucy. 7 years to be exact. My, how you've grown.
Yikes.
To see you again, Uncle Valant. That's not a creepy thing to say at all. You look exactly the same.
I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit?
I believe it was you who wished to see me. So, be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may sear the sight, I'm quite down to earth when the need calls.
Well, he does have a certain aura to him. It's true.
Ask him about the case, Apollo.
Can we just not?
No.
She is practically drooling with enthusiasm.
After all, Uncle Volant is one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle.
Dear Capcom, please let me help you with your localization. Please, I am fucking begging you.
I don't know. I had friends like that as a child.
Yeah. What? Uncle Touchy's Naked Puzzle Basement? Yeah, loved spending my time there. It was tremendous.
No, it was Uncle.
Somehow I don't think that was part of the script. Sorry, Lon.
No, it's a good thing you interrupted me.
What? Daddy? Do you mean Mr. Wright?
Oh, I meant my real daddy.
Oh, the one that got lost getting milk and cigarettes?
No, that's Phoenix.
Oh, the first one that got lost getting milk and cigarettes?
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Okay, sure.
Apollo? Don't tell me you don't know about Troop Grimaire.
Troop Grammary? No. But it does sound kind of familiar.
Oh, lost life! Lamentably listless lad. To not know of the great troop of magicians on the planet. The greatest.
Volant Grammarier. The name begins to surface in my mind. It was a name I'd heard on television as a child.
You bet you've heard the name. He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park.
Now, when you say magician, is that just like a censorship way of saying domestic terrorist?
Some people have called him a terrorist, yes.
Okay.
Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from the safe. And then he escaped from a high-security prison. He's not just a felon. He's a magician.
Hey, Trucy? You're sure he's a magician, right?
Oh yeah, those tricks got my bank account looking right, let me tell you. I mean, I opened the locks to hearts chained by mediocrity. This is the true miracle of Troop Grammary.
Yeah, Gino, this shit's wild. Wait.
Apollo?
I do remember seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else? Like a duo?
A duo?
Yeah, you had a partner. Something Grammarier.
Yes, Zach Grammary. A masterful maker of magic, a capable crafter of shining showmanship.
Trucy, what are you hiding from me? Spit it out. What's in your mouth?
Daddy.
Daddy? Oh, no way.
Once upon a time, Troop Grammary included two grand magicians.
2 grand wizards?
Let's not go there. Myself, Volant Grammary, and my partner, Zach Grammary.
And this Zach was...
Who's my real daddy?
Is this why you want to be a magician so bad?
I'm a magician.
You've got daddy issues.
It's a JRPG. What do you expect?
Mr. Pot, Mr. Kettle called. He said you're black.
Listen, my dad and I have a very healthy relationship. I've just unfortunately chosen to model myself after him a bit too much.
And that you're a grumpy old man?
Yeah, and a misfortunate one. But hey, you know what? That's all I'm gonna say before I sound like an asshole. Trucy's father? A magician? Well, I guess that makes sense. I had no idea.
There wasn't much point in talking about it now that he's gone.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I'm definitely not lonely.
That's what Mr. Hat is for.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
definitely have friends. No one can say that I do not have friends.
Good shower.
I've got my daddy after all.
Good shower.
I see you make me laugh, Apollo.
Glad that I'm good for comic relief, at least. Hey, have you talked to anyone about this? You know, maybe like a therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Mr. Hat?
She's got you there.
Yeah, have we ever had a discussion about healthy coping mechanisms?
Nope.
I just have a thing for exact numbers.
Have
My
we?
parents couldn't afford a psychologist when I was young, so I just assumed that's normal.
That boy needs therapy.
Not that I see daddy around much these days.
Ah, I've been remiss in remembering my reasons for my visit.
Reasons?
Two, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy.
You don't happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valant.
I'm sure you are.
Not one for modesty, huh?
When I encountered you at the Colosseum the first time in 7 years, I could fain not contain my emotions. I wept oceans!
God, please no rhyming. I'll fucking shoot you.
And to learn you now defend that poor pianist, that blinded boy. 'Twas a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know. And defend him you did.
Well, it wasn't all my doing.
I'm his defense attorney, actually.
My other reason for coming here today was this.
That is a VHS. Do you know what year it is?
Yes, maybe. Shut up.
It's a 1987.
That's an old people DVD, right?
Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less.
Space Jam DVD.
Space Jam DVD, Space Jam DVD.
Space Jam DVD.
I've brought it for you, Trucy, on behalf of Troop Gramarye.
Wait, did you pay the correct licensing fees for that? Otherwise, this is a bootleg, and that's, like, really illegal.
I'm a magician.
You've never recorded a concert?
Not a full one to distribute, no.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Will you watch it?
Trucy, as a defense attorney, I'm going to say you probably shouldn't.
And
Okay,
so
we'll
we
watch it anyway.
watched the DVD. I'm sorry, VHS.
Space Jam DVD.
Space Jam
Space Jam
VHS.
DVD. Space Jam VHS. Space Jam VHS.
Anybody else getting opera scene from Final Fantasy VI flashbacks?
They got Gavin over here looking like a Oompa Loompa, bro, for real.
Man, I can really see where they put the budget in this one.
Wow, it's almost as good as it was live. You can really see the pain on Mr. Gavin's face when he's caught on fire. It's almost as good as it was live?
Is it cat shit time?
Live from New York, it's Saturday night! Hey, does anyone remember when that show was good? If so, take your vitamins
Listen.
and go to sleep. It's your
I'm
I
on a
was-
bedtime.
boat. I'm on a boat. Took a good hard look while I'm sailing on this boat.
So, what's the word? Mysterious?
There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. This Valorant Gremory has good reason to be here today, I guess. But I wonder what his reasons were to be at that concert. Okay, tell me more about this weird videotape, I guess. So, I was wondering, that stunt in the middle of the song there,
I did say stun.
what, you missed Lamarar vanishing and reappearing?
Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen, I didn't even notice.
Bitch, bye.
A simple sleight of hand. A petite prestige.
Prestidigitation.
Prestige. My tongue is not working right now.
Someone's not played D&D.
Prestige.
Prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Fuck it. A modicum of magic from me to you.
So that's why you were at the concert.
Yes. I was there to watch my trick take to the air.
So you're the one who knows how it was all done.
Of course. I'm like a deity with the stage as my domain.
Right.
I suffer no mystery upon those floodlit boards, not grasp tightly twixt my fingers.
Space Jam deity, Space Jam deity.
It's a potent primeval power I possess.
Well, do you think you could tell me how it was done?
8. Now.
Trucy?
That's like totally against the rules, Apollo.
Fuck you, this is a criminal investigation.
Fuck you! I'm a magician!
You know, if you said that anywhere else, you would be locked up and fucking going on a funny farm vacation. What?
You magician!
Not during a murder investigation, it's not.
Mais no, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also,
Also, what?
recall that the terrible occurrence happened later. Well after my illusion entranced the audience.
Oh,
Don't even ask, I won't answer.
Too bad for you, Apollo.
whose side are you on?
I, Valant Grammary, now make my leave, Miss Trucy.
Heads up.
Need to rush, Uncle Valon. You should stay a while.
I'm afraid I cannot.
Doodle.
I may not. I shall not. I've been asked to assist with an analysis, and so I shall slink back to the scene.
Okay, so you'll be at the concert venue if we need you, which I guess we probably will.
Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later, Crocodile.
I think I'm having a stroke. The whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye. He turned and walked out through the door. Normally.
Well, there you go, Apollo. Get king.
Right. I had a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made La Miroir disappear. And how he knows Trucy. And her real dad, I guess. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking talk to this houseplant. Mr. Charlie, the potted plant. Ah, his leaves are looking a little brown.
Good morning, Mr. Charlie.
It's my turn to talk to the inanimate object. Go away.
Sir Charlie, your leaves!
Maybe you weren't giving him enough water.
No, it must be stress. He's worried about the new recruit at the office.
Hey, don't blame it on me. You are watering him, right?
It was Daddy's turn to water him this week.
Mr. Wright has been away on his top secret mission. No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. This is all my fault. I'll water you soon, promise.
Just do it right now. Oh my god.
Oh, it's like you don't know what executive dysfunction is like, you know?
No clues here. Is there anything? That's one of those hats you pull things out of, right?
Of course. My hat's like a little universe, bigger on the inside than on the outside.
I thought that was a TARDIS.
My hat is a TARDIS.
That reminds me of a sci-fi show. God damn it.
Incidentally, my pocket is a little universe too. And my panties, and...
I get the idea. Just stop. Do you think I can fit my head in here? How is your magic act coming along?
My Well, I've been working on my cups and balls routine.
I'm sorry, your cupping balls routine?
It's a huge hit at the Wunderbar.
Is that the one where the ball moves from under one cup to the other?
That's right, the very same. Here, watch. First, I put one of these cups over the ball, and then I snap my fingers. Ta-da! The ball's under the other cup.
It's not there.
Watch me pull something out of my magic panties.
Nice try.
Guess I know what I'll be doing tonight. Practicing! You can be my audience, Apollo.
I want the spaghetti. I've seen some restaurants that set out real food to show what's on the menu.
I have too, but I noticed something strange.
You realize it's not like actual food. You can't eat it, right?
One time there was a sandwich without any lettuce. That's what I noticed. Nothing about the spaghetti. Like it had disappeared by magic.
I'm sure someone just swiped the lettuce and ate it?
Wait. That sandwich. You didn't. Apollo, you shouldn't eat sample food, no matter how hungry you are.
Just how hard up do you think I am? Get the fuck out of here.
Considering I am your boss, I know exactly how hard up you are. I don't pay you. July 9th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
Machi may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect.
But they don't have any decisive evidence.
Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room.
Right, the air vent.
Hey, did we bother dusting the air vent for fingerprints? Your stunned silence very much reassures me that we in fact did not.
We should ask Emma that.
And he did lie.
Lied?
Makitobi, I can see. Can you speak English too?
Maki!
Speak of the devil.
He looks like he's doing okay.
Yeah, twinks do pretty well in prison, believe it or not. Hey, why do we even come here? It's not like we can talk to him or anything.
Words are overrated. Feelings are what matter, Apollo.
It's kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what I want to say off my chest.
If you need someone to complain to, I'll listen.
No, what? You know what? Here's $2. Why don't you go get something from the vending machine?
Ooh, vending machine. Oh, Maki. You can see, right? Maki can see, and Lemmiwak can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo. I don't think we're gonna get any information out of Maki. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it does.
I'm glad Lemmiwak testified. What a great person. she even got Maki off the hook by naming another suspect.
Darian of the Gaviners, the detective. I wonder if Machi knows that happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went and all? If no one told him there's a new suspect, how would he know? Hey,
No?
no, it's nothing.
What did you think of the trial today? I'm glad he doesn't understand Japanese after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial.
Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win.
No, if he's found not guilty, we win.
Same difference.
Maki may not understand Japanese, but I bet he gets that better than you do.
Huh. I must be imagining it.
Imagining what, Apollo?
You making sense. It's just, I couldn't help but feel that. I don't know. Maki. He doesn't understand what we're saying, right?
How could he? He's a young Borgamian. He doesn't speak Japanese.
Yeah, but my bracelet is reacting to him.
Maybe it's malfunctioning.
Oh yeah, the spirit world's just malfunctioning.
Well, I didn't
There-
even get you high this time.
Oh, it's having an AWS problem. Cloudflare's down.
Or maybe it's scared because you keep making those "I'm so mad" faces.
I'm getting in my lifted pickup truck, putting on my Oakleys, and recording a video about this.
You do that a lot.
Maki lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about?
If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You should ask him.
I think it'll take something big to get to him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back. Guess we'll be back.
July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woo! What a great day! It's perfect weather for sleuthing.
Weather matters for an investigation?
Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? Or strength
Okay.
days?
Do you want to maintain your childhood innocence, or do you want me to just crush that immediately for you?
Huh? What do you mean, Apollo?
You know what? It's better you don't know.
Oh,
Let's get
okay.
started, shall we?
Right on! Show us your stuff, Apollo!
Sorry, what stuff?
Your genitals, your genitalia.
What?
Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it.
I did enough at home, thanks.
Aw, there's no need to be shy.
Yeah, that's me. I'm shy enough for everybody.
Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage.
I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I'm a lawyer.
Then you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, "Objection!"
Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's fucking go already. Next week. Allegedly. Good job, everybody.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Good job, everybody. Allegedly. Huh. Well, that was something.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go and make things so complicated?
You know, you're not wrong.
Acting like you're somebody else, getting me frustrated.
My sister has a theory that song is really about being in the witness protection program. And, like, that works. If you listen to the song, that works.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am proud of
You're
proud of you all. Good job.
I was gonna say that's gotta be Oni, because
I'm not gonna lie. I almost fell asleep until Valant came on the screen.
That's okay.
Shy got me good on that last one.
Yeah. Listen, we're all improving our craft in many ways. Speaking of crafting, Oni, tell us about how easy it is to draw and rig 2 models at once.
It's not. That's all. It is not easy in the slightest.
You should go follow Oni and support him. Otherwise, he's going to be really, really sad.
Objection! You must follow Oni, or he will be very sad.
You will follow Oni, or else.
Speaking of haunting, it's Shy.
Yes, hi. I am Shy. I am a ninja that haunts your cookie jars and other things. Let me think. This week, not sure if I'm gonna try to get something going this week. It'll probably be more Stardew because working on something for 14. But other than that, yeah, I hope to get something going.
You can do it. Speaking of one of my other favorite streamers, who totally streams all the time, it's Little Sharky.
You remember the days when I used to raid you like every single evening?
Mhm.
That was nice. It's been such a long time. Hey folks, I'm Sharky. I'm old. Always stick up for yourself. Don't bite your tongue. Tell your people that you love them. So on and so forth. One of these years I'll be back to streaming. After all, it's almost May.
It's gonna be May.
We eagerly await your return.
Thank you. Meanwhile, it's Lon. She's British.
It is, in fact, Lon.
Hey.
It's redacted, and not fit for human consumption.
Hello, I'm Trucy Wright, the protagonist of this game. Trucy Wright, ace magician.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Akea. I am actually very tired, to the point that this is just who I've become. I do RPG long plays once in a while. I am showing off a couple of upcoming games. I'm gonna be showing off Critter Cove sometime in the near future. I might show off the demo for Starship Simulator. And Cinnabunny's Cinnabunny's Kickstarter ends on Friday. Go check that out and support it. And part of the profits of the game will be going to getting birthday cakes for kids in the foster care system who would not otherwise get birthday cakes. So yeah, isn't that amazing? Be good
That's
to
really
each
nice.
other. Have cake. I actually don't like cake.
I am cake and so is Chris.
She prefers the carrot out of the carrot cake. I hit the air horn button, but desktop audio's muted, so there you go. All right, Grandpa, take us away.
I'm Chris Reyes. I lead the group Blitz in Final Fantasy 14, and I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
All right, everybody, go the fuck to sleep.
See you Saturday.
Yes, Mom.
All right, friendos, it is actually, in fact, that time. We're going to call it a night. I do appreciate you all hanging. There's the link to the Discord if you want to hang out with us, keep up with us as the whole wonderful thing called life unfurls itself. That'll be the first place I update if I even get a chance. There's the YouTube. If you want to catch up on what you have missed, feel free to toss a subscription there. I upload to it pretty fucking regularly. If you're a tea drinker like me, feel free to check out our friends over at Adagio. I put together some delicious blends with them with cool freaking packaging. And proceeds of the sales benefit the Trevor Project. My wife has a super cool Etsy filled with all sorts of really cute, cuddly, adorable, little clunkly quittas. As well as bone jewelry, if you're into that, which is ethically sourced and quite unique. Last but not least, you want to help out the stream, support the upcoming move, feel free to check out the Throne wish list. There's PayPal or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm horrible at promoting stuff like this because I suck at selling out. But either way, even if you're just here hanging around, your support is super appreciated. But for now, I'm going to call it. And we're going to go raid a friend. Y'all stay safe, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow, maybe we won't. Feel free to check the Discord. We'll figure it out. Well, let's go raid Aki. If you don't know Aki, she is wonderful. She's a goofy little goober, and she is working on quite the classic game.